Ever wanted to feel like a superhero? Swing, punch, blast, or just run wild with powers? Video games let you do it all. Today we're counting down the top 10 games that actually make you feel like a hero. Kicking off our list is a different kind of hero. Or maybe an anti-hero? Let's just call it a complicated. The 2005 Punisher game isn't about saving the world with a smile. It's about the grim, nasty reality of Frank Castle's one-man war on crime. And this game understood him perfectly. The power of fantasy here isn't flying. It's control, intimidation, and raw, unfiltered vengeance. What makes you feel like the Punisher are the game's infamously brutal interrogation system, and its absolutely unflinching combat. It's a dark, gritty experience that really shoves you into the mindset of a man with nothing left to lose. While other games on this list are about being a symbol of hope, this one is about the fantasy of being a force of pure, uncompromising justice. Every single takedown feels personal.
That'll teach him.
Coming in at number 9 is a game that's all about the power of teamwork, terrible jokes, and a killer mixtape. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy isn't about being the strongest hero in the room. It's about being the leader of the weirdest, most lovable, dysfunctional family in the entire cosmos. You play as Star-Lord, and sure, you can't lift a building, but you can call the shots. The real heroic feeling here comes from the huddle-up mechanic. Right in the middle of a chaotic fight, you can pull your team together for a pep talk, pick the right words to get him fired up, and then blast back into the fight with a classic 80s rock anthem just shredding. It perfectly captures that feeling of being the heart of a team, and the game's incredible writing makes you genuinely care about these idiots.
Me, some sort of amorphous biochemical appendage.
Imagine what she could do with all those hands.
Don't be gross.
What? I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, not all superheroes wear capes. Some wear a trench coat, smoke too much, and just happen to be the big bad wolf. Telltale's The Wolf Among Us puts you in the worn-out shoes of Bigby Wolf, the sheriff of Fabletown, a secret community of fairy tale characters hiding out in 1980s New York. This isn't a power fantasy about fight or super strength. It's a noir detective fantasy. You feel like a hero walking onto a crime scene, piecing together clues and navigating this web of lies where every single character has something to hide. Your choices have massive weight, and you constantly feel the pressure of protecting a community that both fears and needs you. You're a hero not because you can punch through a wall, but because you're the only one willing to stare into the darkness to find the truth. What if you just got superpowers? Like no tragic backstory, no years of training, just BAM! That's the core fantasy of infamous Second Son. You play as Delsin Roller, a rebellious street artist who accidentally absorbs the powers of a super-powered conduit. And just like that, the entire city of Seattle becomes your personal playground. This game just nails the feeling of power by giving you this awesome, visually spectacular set of abilities. You start by turning into smoke to zip through vents and deliver punishing attacks. But pretty soon you're absorbing neon to literally run up the sides of buildings and video particles to turn invisible. The game is constantly asking if you're going to use these powers for good or for yourself, which makes your journey from regular dude to superpowered force of nature feel way more personal and dynamic. It's the perfect showcase of the sheer chaotic fun of discovering you can do the impossible. Now let's take that accidental powers idea and go somewhere much darker. Let's talk about Prototype. This game answers the simple question: what if your superpower was to be a living weapon? You're Alex Mercer, a guy with amnesia who wakes up in a New York City being torn apart by a virus. And oh yeah, you have terrifying shape-shifting abilities. Prototype makes you feel like an absolute unstoppable force of nature. You can sprint up skyscrapers, glide for entire city blocks, and of course, morph your arms into giant deadly blades, massive hammer fists, or a nearly indestructible shield. The real power fantasy though is the consume mechanic. You can absorb enemies to get health back and even steal their appearance to walk around in plain sight. It's brutal, it's exhilarating, and it flips the superhero script. You're not trying to save the city, you're trying to survive it by becoming its most dangerous predator.
Holding Grand Central hostage at rush hour? Now that's criminal.
Coming in at number 5 is a game that proves you don't need ultra-realistic graphics or dark themes to feel heroic. LEGO Marvel Superheroes lets you play as dozens of Marvel characters, each with their own unique powers, in a fully open world New York City. You can swing like Spider-Man, smash like the Hulk, or fly like Iron Man. It's chaos, fun, and pure superhero fantasy. What really sells it is the freedom. You can tackle missions however you like, mess around with physics-based puzzles, and just feel like a kid in a comic book playground. It's lighthearted, it's over the top, and it's a perfect dose of superhero joy that reminds you why we love these characters in the first place.
Such insignificant creatures. Give it up, Octavius. It won't be a stretch to defeat you.
If you ever wanted to unleash your inner beast, this game delivers like nothing else. X-Men Origins Wolverine is all about raw, animalistic power. You're Wolverine, and the game doesn't hold back. Every enemy you strike feels heavy. Every Pharaoh leap feels primal. And the environment itself reacts to your rage. This game nails the feeling of being a relentless, unstoppable force. The combat system makes you feel like a one-man army, and the sense of progression, unlocking new moves and abilities, lets you become more than human. You're not just playing a hero, you're living Wolverine's rage, and it's terrifyingly satisfying. What happens when the most powerful people on the planet go to war with each other? Injustice 2 is what happens. This is so much more than just a fighting game. It has a fantastic movie quality story that digs into the moral failures and epic clashes of DC's greatest heroes and villains. The hero feeling here comes from the pure, unbelievable scale of it all. Every fight is a blockbuster movie scene. You can have Green Arrow trying to snipe a charging Gorilla Grodd, or watch Supergirl just cut loose with her heat vision in this incredible display of power. The super deep customization lets you build your own version of these icons, and the combat is so smooth and impactful that every special move feels world-shatteringly devastating. It perfectly captures that godlike power fantasy of the DC universe. Look, it's impossible to pick just one. The series that kicked off with Arkham Asylum back in 2009 completely changed superhero games forever. It was the first time a game made you truly feel like you were Batman. Asylum gave us that tense, claustrophobic feeling of being the Predator hunting in the shadows. Then Arkham City blew it up into a massive open world, making you the undisputed master of a sprawling prison city. And many still see it as the series' high point. And finally, Arkham Knight handed us the keys to the Batmobile, completing the ultimate Batman power fantasy. The absolute genius of the Arkham games is how perfectly they nail every single part of being the Dark Knight. The free-flow combat makes you feel like a master martial artist, just effortlessly clearing rooms full of thugs. The Predator sections make you feel like a terrifying unseen ghost, and the detective work actually makes you feel like the world's greatest detective. Seriously, no other series has ever so completely and perfectly translated the fantasy of one specific hero into gameplay. Was there ever really any doubt? Starting with Marvel's Spider-Man in 2018, refined in Miles Morales and arguably perfected in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games has created a definitive superhero experience. They took the foundation that Spider-Man 2 from 2004 built and polish it to an impossible shine, creating a web swinging system that's fluid, intuitive, and just absolutely breathtakingly joyful. But it's so much more than just the swinging. It's the combat that lets you zip around the room, webbing up bad guys and using gadgets with this beautiful acrobatic grace. It's the incredible, heartfelt stories they tell for both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. The latest game, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, is called by many not just the best Spider-Man game, but maybe the best superhero game ever made. It's a game where every single piece, from traversal and combat to the story and characters, works in perfect harmony to make you feel without a shadow of a doubt like a hero.
That's it! Pete! Alley-oop on 3!
And that's our list. From the green alleys of Gotham to the sun-drenched skies of New York. These 10 games are just the best of the best at making us feel like we actually have powers. They let us carry the weight of the world on our shoulders and feel the absolute thrill of saving the day. But hey, that's just our list. What's your favorite superhero game? Is there one you love that we totally missed? Let us know down in the comments. We read all of them. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can join us for the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Nowhere to go!